Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go! 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. 54.
They're not ready for this, man.
Protein spill.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong
orbit.
Check nine.
Flat.
On first down, Love completing it here to Marvin Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check 13. Check 13. Hey, watch that. Let's go.
2nd and 4. He's got it to Hilton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards the pickup, first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw. Love. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
The 47-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And this one's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Recon, 132 fight. My spot 4.
They'll run for it. Cook. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Dalvin Cook turned away on fourth down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check back.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson on the move to his left. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
All day.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Play action. It's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Jason Myers on for the field goal.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. 2nd and 12. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. McCaffrey down to the 25. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. There's the sneak with Wilson. And able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
When a quarterback sneak has run well, many at home wonder, what's so tough about that? Just take the snap and move forward. But it really pays to be shifty like a Russell Wilson because you have to know where the hole is and get there quickly.
I got one.
This time Wilson will throw. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
They'll come out in the pistol. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive on 4th, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw from his end zone. Love. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Let's go, heavy. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2. Love. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Check that out. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. Ready.
On 1st and 10. Love. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And an alley to run. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Dancing to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hook. 55 Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Complete to Hilton. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
64,
On 1st down, Love. Caught left side by Hilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hey, 58, ready, go!
From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back to the ground, Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
36-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. And go.
On the carry, it's Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
First down. Here's the run with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Complete to Jones. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
I'm coming after you. Smoke for you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all game. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. The open man is Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson going for the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
315. Right there, 54 Mike.
Oh, you got deep?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again here. Wilson. Open man is Samuel. Complete. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. Send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bravo! Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get ready. Go.
From the gun. Whoa. He's got it to Hilton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Right there.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line.
1st down, Minnesota.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Operating from the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Haywood. Mike 54.
To throw again. Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Who there?
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he's He's got his man, Hilton.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball.
Wilson on the keeper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
I'm coming. Good job right there.
Throwing is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of 3 yards brings up 4th and goal.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go.
4 down. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming. Hey, easy.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away. On 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
It's a turnover on downs.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They run it again with Cook. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, Love. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down, Vikings.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Jones has it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. And that's caught by Smith. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go. Let's go.
A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
46 yards on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
Okay, Frank. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run again on first down. Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
We play to win. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
55. Hey, eat. 14. Rip right. Hey, eat.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And that's off the mark, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Watch the slip.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3 and 5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in